Hi everybody, we're here in Shamey Barry's beautiful garden and it's a privilege to be here, Shamey. It's looking absolutely fantastic. So Shamey, just to get an sorry, cut that.
No, you keep talking, I'll cut him after.
Yeah.
Okay, Shamey, you've been tilling the garden, you were telling me, for the last 40 years.
Yeah.
How do you do it, or what's the key to success?
Maybe longer, Margaret. I'd say I met it all my life, and I'm 70 mark now. So
Yeah.
I'm. When we were young, Margaret, we always had a haggard above at home, and then we have a bigger garden down the here. So then when I got married here, I had this as a haggard, you know.
About what area is it, Shamey? Is it a quarter of an acre? Or is it
no, less than a quarter of an acre. About an acre,
an acre, yeah. And listen to me, about how much time do you put in every day to it, or how often do you tend to garden?
Margaret, not too much. A little bit, maybe an hour or two some evenings,
every
you know.
Other day,
And in
like
springtime, maybe you might give a day or two at it, you know.
Yeah.
But during the winter, then you'll be getting it ready. You know, every fine weather you get.
Yeah. And listen, I just see that at the end of the garden there, you have a great big heap of dung.
Oh,
farmyard manure.
Yeah.
Now, what's so special about this big heap of dung? Will you tell me?
Now, what you see, you can see the cows there in the field now.
Yeah.
Well, see, when they're inside during the winter in the house,
yeah,
they're lying on straw and hay, and when they're gone out, then maybe in March and April, I clean out the houses.
Yeah.
And that's the dung, the FYM, farmyard manure, you know. And I go down, I bring that in, I'll show you now what I do.
Yeah.
In a minute, look.
Yeah.
Now we'll fall here now, first, yeah.
No.
Don't play copper now, there's steel and all there. No, I get to show you. Plus you have to get it fast up here.
You went far.
On that now.
Is that manure there that I'm looking at, Shamey, is that well rotted enough for?
It will be by the time I'll be using it next winter now.
Okay, yeah.
I'll be putting that into the garden around December.
Yeah, or around December, so you put it into the garden.
Yeah.
And you're just basically scattering it on top, like. It's a stupid question to ask, I know, but.
I know, I'll show you now, a minute now.
Yeah.
No, Margaret.
No, look at that. That's gardener's black gold, so I take it.
Yes, and it's completely organic, you know.
Yeah.
So in the winter time now, Margaret,
Yeah.
I'll dig the garden and I'll put that out there, you know,
Excellent, yeah.
like that. And I come along then
Yeah.
and I turn the
You left
garden
over
in
it,
and top
like,
of it,
yeah,
like
yeah.
that, you know.
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
Cover it.
Yeah.
And when springtime comes, I'll do this maybe in December if I got fine weather, you know, or November.
You have a nice, good physical exercise anyway.
And then when I've that done,
Yeah.
in springtime then,
Yeah.
I'll break that up, you know, and till it,
Yeah.
you know.
And breaking it up then, it's great soil then for vegetables.
Beautiful,
It's got
beautiful.
the manure and it's got the earth.
The key nearly to all gardening things is, Margaret, to have the preparation, to prepare the ground properly.
Yeah.
And there's no good doing it in wet weather. You have to do it in real fine weather.
Yeah.
When the ground is ready to till it.
Yeah, and you can it's broken up maybe with frost and things as well.
Yeah, well, if you go at it in wrong weather, you don't even lump it, you know.
Yeah.
But if we dig it up and rise it up during the winter,
it gets aerated, like.
yeah, the frost will break it up and everything then.
And listen, just on the dung again, would say a horse dung or pig dung? Pig dung, is that suitable?
Pig dung, any farmyard manure would be great, but pig dung, there's a lot of nitrogen on it.
Yeah.
It might drive the things up too quick, you know. Whereas the cattle dung, there's less nitrogen.
Yeah,
you
very
know.
good, yeah.
But, and same way with hen dung.
Yeah.
It's fierce nitrogen.
Yeah,
It's too strong nearly for me, you know.
Yeah. And I'm just wondering, like that farmyard manure, like now with slatted units and slurry pits, is that kind of getting scarce now, or is it still?
No. See, at the same, we seen the farmers they have to bed down the calves and things like that. You see, cows calve on straw.
Yeah.
And you see the calves will be in the house for a few months before they're left out. You know.
So there's
There should be loads
Yeah.
of it, you know.
I know that over in the garden centre in Dundrum, bags of farmyard manure being sold for £5. I'm just wondering, is there a business opportunity there? I wonder for
I don't know,
farmers,
Margaret. I don't know. I don't know that now.
So
no.
basically, the soil is number one.
Yeah.
The working on your soil is number one
That's
for
number
good
one.
garden.
Number one,
Right.
yeah, for the garden. Yeah.
Now, listen, if we move here
But
to
sorry, Margaret. One other thing to
go
tell you.
ahead, yeah.
When you're doing that, if you wanted to boost, you see the cabbage plants there now on the ground. You see those cabbage plants.
Yeah.
If you wanted to boost
That's
that,
what I'm coming to. Is your barrel of
I have a-
sludge here?
I have
Tell
a
me
barrel-
about this
I have a-
barrel of sludge.
I have a
What's so
barrel of
special
water
about it?
here,
Yeah.
and nettles inside it. See the
Nettles?
nettles? Look,
Okay, yeah,
inside it.
yeah,
You see, I leave them inside it for maybe a month.
yeah.
But then I take them all out and put in new ones maybe every week, add to it, you
Oh,
know.
do you? Yeah, yeah.
And you see, the
And
the
that's
water-
a kind of a concentrated feed then, is it, Shemmy?
it is, yeah. Just
Yeah.
only you put that there into the bush
Yeah.
of the plant.
And do you dilute it at all? I noticed,
Well, you could if you thought it was too strong
Yeah.
to dilute it, you know.
yeah, yeah.
But that's a holy terror.
And
Fierce-
that's a pure organic fertilizer
Oh, it is,
again.
yeah. Pure organic,
So
yeah.
that'll boost growth, boost root growth and
Unreal,
and plant
unreal,
growth.
yeah, unreal.
And
Especially in here on the tomato plants. I'll show you now.
yeah,
look.
we're going now. We're
Yeah.
going to this matter, but come back to the nettle soup. So basically, you just literally pick nettles and put them into the.
I put them
tub.
into that. Well, sometimes I'd maybe put maybe a small shovel of cow dung, hen dung, or pig dung
Very
into
good,
it.
yes.
A very small bit now, you know.
Yeah.
Only a bit.
Yeah, I know that there's a fierce strong smell of it. I did a small bit of it at home,
Yeah.
and it's a really concentrated feed, like isn't
It
it?
is brilliant.
Yeah,
Especially for the tomato
and
plants.
completely natural.
Yeah,
and free. you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
No need for buying tomato feed at €15 a
Oh
bottle.
no, none whatsoever. I
Yeah.
feed these every day in here now.
Now we're going
Oh,
we're going to your glass house.
You can of
But
course,
just
you can
on
of
your
course.
glass house,
Yeah.
on your glass house, Shemi, you basically built the glass house here using recycling windows and doors.
And you just show how the windows.
Just to,
Yeah.
So you
Well,
basically
no,
you had
all
you
those
had-
doors and windows came down from my mother's house.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
my son
yeah.
Michael did up
Yeah.
the house, I brought them down and I built the glass house.
So you
with
made
them
a
then.
fabulous glass house out of basically reusing what you already had.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. Yeah,
Yeah,
excellent.
yeah.
Now, can we take a look inside at the
Yeah,
glass
go on,
house, and you
yeah,
can
go
tell
on.
us more then about the nettle soup. Now we'll start over on the left, right? So you've got some a little seed tray there, Shemi. So you
Well,
start off your seeds here in the glass house.
Exactly, Margaret.
Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent.
Well, what I have there now, and I have to replant them because not many came.
Yeah.
They are sweet Williams.
Oh, sweet Williams.
For next spring, you know.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah,
But
excellent.
I've wallflowers in on the outside. They came a bit better.
Yeah.
But I little slips in of
You've geraniums, have
geraniums
you?
and things. I stick them in
Lovely.
there, you know.
So you're
and that's a little shamrock for
Oh,
St.
look at-
Patrick's
and
Day, you know.
You're not, you're not just about veg, so your
Yeah, yeah.
flowers as well, and the lovely
A
shamrock.
shamrock for St. Patrick's
Yeah.
Day. But
And listen, the big plant there, that's courgette, is
they're
it?
courgettes, yeah.
Yeah.
They're courgettes.
Yeah, they take up a lot of space, don't they, in
They
a
do,
glass
they do.
house? But
I
you
put
still-
a bit of wire there to try and control them, you
Oh
know.
yes, yeah.
But it's doing its job
Yeah.
somewhat a bit anyhow, you know.
Yeah, and basically, I know you can move them out as well. Then when they get strong.
I have
like
them
that.
outside, Margaret, and the funny
Yeah.
thing is they're doing better outside.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
ones outside are better.
yeah.
Better fruit coming on them and everything, you
And
know.
here in the middle you have
Potatoes.
potatoes.
Potatoes,
The
yeah.
common spud. Well, tell us.
Yeah. And then I have another courgette. They're a smaller courgette. Here,
Oh, is that right?
These
Yeah.
two, yeah.
Yeah.
And then these are the tomato plants.
So
which
you have
are-
tomato plants all along here, all along the back and over here to the right. Yeah.
And the tomato plants are doing very well. They're really
And
good
and
now.
you give them the nettle soup, do you,
All
Shemi?
the time. I try and drop at the bottom of them.
Yeah.
Like that. Maybe twice a week. You know?
Twice a week, would you? Yeah. And would you
So-
water them then as well, Shemi, or is that sufficient? That
I-
nettle soup?
I water them some mornings, Margaret, by just only putting the hose in the leaves.
Oh yes.
But I think it's better to do it at night.
Oh yes.
Because the leaves just stay with her night, they're prone to disease.
Oh yes.
But in the morning they're dry out.
Yeah, and you have them all. You're growing them on canes and supports, like
Yeah.
And do you snip them then to stop them? Would they keep growing up, or do you?
No, I pulled the top off them.
Oh yes.
I just
Top, the kind of lead shoot, like.
While they're growing, you know, I pull these all the time. There's the ones that grow in there.
Yeah.
Pruning them like that. You know, those are the ones in the middle.
Yeah, excellent. And just on the growing of the seeds, Shirley, what plants are kind of easy to take seeds from, do you think, or how do you store the seeds?
I buy the seeds, Margaret, in most of in packets.
Oh, in packets,
you know,
yeah.
There's only a bit of lettuce seed that's there now, you know.
Yeah, excellent.
But I just only put the lettuce down a good few times a year, you know, different times coming on.
Is that rocket juice there, isn't it? That's
lettuce.
A variety of lettuce.
Then I have younger lettuce in here, you know,
lovely,
in between the tomato plants,
lovely,
you know.
Yeah, lovely. You've a lovely red geranium there.
Yeah, and that's what do you call that, Margaret? You can fry it if you wanted.
It's not basil,
no, it's spinach.
Oh, spinach! Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah.
And there are little geraniums that just only slipped. You know,
lovely.
where it slips into
be able to slip them is a great skill to have too. Yeah, and you've thyme grown there as well.
Yeah, it's a very cheap way of doing it.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll move outside maybe and. Sorry, Tassie, would we need to go down to the other side because we'll be looking into the sun?
Correct.
From here. Will we go down below?
Good idea.
Yeah. No, so we'll go down here, Shemmy, because we'll see the garden better. So we're starting.
I have down here now.
Wait a minute now.
Types of cabbage.
Wait a minute now.
A few different
see
types
our
of
shadows
cabbage.
now are a bit of a...
They're courgettes now that have grown there as well.
I know, I see them.
Look.
We'll talk about the cabbage first.
Well, the cabbage now, Margaret, you see that cabbage there now?
Yeah.
That's York cabbage, which I got from O'Gunnell below Clare.
Oh, yes.
It goes down the river here
Yes.
for it.
Where in O'Gunnell? Where are you talking about? Is it
right up in the hill, way up in the hill, the highest part of O'Gunnell.
And what is it? Is it a
They come here, they're pure blue because they're growing above the mountain.
Oh, I see.
And I met the man that I get him from. I tell him that I find it very hard to grow them here the way he. He says your soil is too rich.
Oh, cabbage likes kind of countryside.
Yeah, he said no manure at all. He said, and the harder they find it to grow, the harder the less the winter.
And would that apply to all other varieties of cabbage, do you think, Jamie?
No. Well, it's the Irish cabbage, the old Irish cabbage. See, that's the common thing.
Yeah, I know, sure, I remember
big round
well,
pigs coming there and I'd feed it to the turkeys over the winter. But years ago I used to give it to calves and things, you know.
Waylands. I never did that, yeah.
And here then, I have
Now listen, just on the cabbage again, Jamie. Winter and spring cabbage, what's all that about? Winter and spring cabbage?
This is spring cabbage now, the York cabbage.
Yeah, so that means it matures in springtime, is it?
Exactly.
And you planted it, you
planted from cabbage plants in the month of April.
Okay.
And this is the end product
it's
here. It's
looking absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And look at the heads now. There's some great heads in them.
Sure, they're fabulous.
Here now.
And my shadow now is there in the...
That's it. We'll bring
look
over that one
beautiful,
out. See that head there? Yeah. So
you buy the plants, you buy the cabbage plants in April or
yeah. But then I also grow a few seeds, you know.
Do you grow,
I do. These are all
packet?
grown from seeds, so Margaret.
You're right. We'll come to these. So what's this plant here?
This is curly kale.
Curly kale.
Yeah.
That's meant to be very good for your kale, isn't
Brilliant.
it?
Absolutely brilliant. But I have very little of it this year. Last year I had double it, 3 times that amount.
Yeah.
But
and did you grow that from seed? Did you grow that from seed?
Every bit from seeds, yeah. All from seeds.
And what kind of seed? Where did you get your seed? I know that the shop in
Elm
Street
Street is
closed.
McNamara's hardware above.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Kale seed.
Oh, very good.
That's the waff now, but you can get a tall curly kale seed as well. They grow high. They feed it to cattle, you know.
Oh, do they? Yeah.
They do, yeah. They do.
I never knew that. Yeah.
And they're the peas in here.
So come on here, and we've a lovely growing things growing here. So this is these are peas, Shemmy.
Yeah.
And I see you're kind of using them. You're kind of supporting them there with the trellis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So are they just garden peas? Is that
Garden peas. Yeah. Look at them here now, Margaret. See the.
Yeah.
They're coming there. See the pods. Look at the pods.
Yeah, I see them. Yeah.
See the pods coming there now. But
Yeah.
there's nothing in them yet. You know, they're very.
Yeah.
They're very.
And would you put the
Anything
nettle fertilizer on them now as well?
I would when they need a boost.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
not now, you
yeah.
know. They're fine now.
Yeah.
The roots have taken in, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Just, what I gave today now, the little boost was these little plants here now. Mind,
Okay, yeah.
you see these little new plants I have here
Yeah,
now? I grew
yeah.
them in the glass house, you know.
And are they're peas, are they?
No, they're all cabbage plants.
Oh, cabbage, yeah,
plants.
yeah, of course, yeah.
And they're beans, runner beans.
Oh, runner beans, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And runner beans, stupid question, does that mean they kind of...
No, I don't know how they're called runner beans.
Yeah.
When the big long beans come, you know,
Oh,
hanging
yeah,
off them, you
I can't
know.
say that I'm familiar with them, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So-
come back here, we'll come to this one was next. There's a couple of things here now.
Yeah.
So these are carrots.
These are carrots.
Right, and you've 3 rows, you've 2 rows of 3
Two
rows.
rows there now.
Two
And they're
rows.
coming brilliant.
Yeah.
The carrots.
And
they're
listen,
lovely.
how far apart would you put a row of carrots normally? Or,
About 9 inches. About 9 inches.
and then when you're setting the seed,
I put them down sparingly.
Yeah.
But if they were too thick, I tin them, you know.
Yeah,
Take out
yeah.
of it here
Yeah.
and there.
and
Well,
what about the carrot fly? Do you ever have problems with that? Or?
No, thank God, no.
Yeah.
No.
And
No.
like, have you ever come across the problem with carrot fly? I don't know much about it, but
No, I never did have any
Yeah.
problem anymore.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no.
yeah, yeah.
And that's a bit of dill. Dill.
Oh yes,
called,
isn't it beautiful? Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
we're making cold cannon now with spuds, that's lovely to put
Is
on
it?
it. Yeah, chop it up and put it into the.
They use it, I think, a lot with fish as
the
well.
mesh.
Do they?
Hmm?
Do they use it a
Do
lot
they,
with
do
fish?
they?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The lovely smell of it
yeah.
when you
And
squeeze
you
it.
had, and here on my foot on
There are
them.
more courgettes
You're
there now.
starting off courgettes there.
Yeah, outside.
yeah,
I think they grow better outside.
yeah,
They produce more fruit.
yeah.
And this is little more.
So you have some lettuce coming
yeah,
on.
yeah, coming on. Yeah.
You plant a small amount of lettuce and in succession,
Yeah,
really, I suppose.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's a bit of spinach, you know.
And spinach there
As well.
along. Excellent.
Yeah.
We'll go up along the rows
And this
here
is
now.
the mature
Yeah.
lettuce now,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And this more spinach here in this big,
Oh
you know.
yes, yeah.
There.
Is spinach easy to grow, Shirley?
No matter. No,
that
same
right?
as lettuce, much
Yeah,
matter, you know.
yeah.
What are you saying?
Yeah, we'll just come up here to the big courgettes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they're coming on nicely.
Yeah.
Really got to toss it.
Oh yeah, look at the big fruit in there
Yeah.
now, see him
Yeah,
now.
this is we're just a tossing to film it there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the flowers are they need pollination. Is that right?
I don't know, no. But where the flower is, the
That's where the fruit comes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You see down there now, one.
Yeah.
I just picked that one and you'll see it. Look.
Oh look at it, it's massive, shimmy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's another one in
No.
there as well. Oh look at that. Yeah.
Lovely, yeah.
Okay, so we'll go over here. So to is it the potatoes are next? We'll talk a bit about the
The
spuds.
potatoes are next now.
No.
And
So tell us, will you tell
Yeah.
us? You know something?
I have been digging them now since nearly the first of the month. You know.
When we were young, everybody had a garden with potatoes. Will you tell us how do you grow spuds? Simple question.
They're quite easy to grow, Margaret, but you really and truly, if you're growing a lot of them, you run fresh ground,
Oh, would
barren ground, you
Yeah.
know. You might get
Yeah.
2 years out of ground or 3 years out of ground,
Yeah.
but the only way I get it here is through the
Yeah.
farmyard manure.
Yeah, barren comes from the Irish word barn, white, meaning kind of new earth.
I know,
Now
yeah.
listen, one thing you mentioned there about new ground. What about crop rotation? Like,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
do you think? Say, how do you remember? Oh yes, I grew spuds there last year. I can move them on
I
now.
can kind of remember it, you know.
Yeah.
I say the onions are there now, starting off this year.
Yeah.
But they'll be up here next year.
Yeah.
They'll be up there at the very
Yeah.
end next year now. And
Yeah.
I start off there with cabbage next year.
Yeah.
And then the potatoes down next to them, you know.
Oh, yes.
And the carrots and parsnips in, you know.
But you can literally remember it. Like I find
I
that
could,
now.
I
I'd
could.
have to
Yeah,
have it written down. I'd
Yeah,
forget. I'd get
Yeah.
mixed up.
And
Yeah.
and
And what about potatoes and blight and all that? Do you
yeah, well, you see, these ones now, So I'm digging them so early that you know I don't have to worry about it.
And why does blight come like when the potatoes
Well,
mature?
changing the weather. If we got a lot of rain, you know. But I didn't see blight here now in a good few years, you know.
Is that right?
Yeah. So.
And would the variety of potato you choose matter as well? Are there some kind of blight resistant?
There is that. You can buy it now in the packet. One time we used to use Bluestone and mix it up. But now you can buy a packet and just mix it with water and spray away. You know,
But and what variety do you use, Shemmy? What variety of spuds do you know? What are...
Oh, I do. These market now. This is a funny one now that you asked me that. I was inside in the Polish shop during the year.
Yeah.
And I bought a half stone of spuds.
Where's the Polish shop now?
Inside Limerick.
Okay.
The city.
Yeah.
And I bought a half stone just to see what they were like. But I never used them.
Yeah.
And then they go into shoots.
Yeah.
And these are the spuds now I'm digging out, and they're right good.
Is that right? Yeah.
They're better than all of it.
Yeah.
Wait to show you now.
They might have had these sowing conditions, or we'll say growing conditions in Poland. You know, maybe extremes of weather.
No, but they're right good.
Yeah. Oh my God, Jeepers, you find spuds there, Shemmy.
Ain't it?
Yeah, fine spuds.
They're lovely.
Yeah.
So,
Fine spuds, yeah. Now, and how do you store them then? Do you pick all of them and remember them? Vaguely, sorry, I well remembered them.
This is chili, is it? Go on again, you know what I did.
How do you store the potatoes, Shemmy?
Well, if you had to store them, we store them inside in the house. But years ago.
In the house, in what? Like, do you just in a heap, or do you put them into boxes, or?
No, in a little heap.
Yeah, in a dry house, presumably.
Yeah. Years ago, when the garden down the field.
Yeah.
Was to pit them.
Yeah, and we put
them and we cover them with hay or straw, and then put the clay on top of them again.
I remember as well.
And you keep them out from the ditch, because if you keep them in your ditch, the rats will go near them.
Oh yeah.
If you kept the pit out from the ditch, the rat wouldn't come out as much, you know, he'd be afraid, or you would be able to kill him before he gets to the ditch, you know.
Is that the same tool that's used in the bog, a schlan, is it? No?
Well, it's very like a schlan, but it's the same as the chili spade. That's a really good
chili spade, is that what it's
called? They're very scarce now, they're fierce scarce.
Yeah. And what makes that kind of, is it just very easy to use, Shemmy, then, or what is it?
Well, they're beautiful. They're very lovely altogether, Margaret, lovely to use. But, of course, they're very old, you see, there's no... They're in only the steel, you know. And then the handle. And then you bait on the switch here to squeeze it, you know. And there was no welding or anything that time, you know.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm mad about it. It's hand spade, you know. So that's I do most of the garden with.
Yeah. And listen, so how long would the potatoes take to grow? When did you set them now?
About 90 days, I think. Potatoes need to grow.
90 days.
I think about 90 days.
But
there's different varieties, you see.
Yeah.
Here now, I know they see. Look, they're roosters. They're red spud.
Yeah. Roosters were kind of bred, were they, by a farm, a man in Ireland, wasn't it?
Well, I don't know.
I know I think it was. Yeah. It's a recently developed variety, like I think.
No, they produce an awful lot of spuds. We say big crops.
Yeah. Sure, buy them. Yeah.
Many tons to the acre, you know. Big many tons to the acre.
Yeah.
And they're a good spud too.
Yeah. But they're lovely, that Polish variety.
They're grand, and they're lovely to eat, you know.
And I think you might have parsnips over here. Will we go over and look at the parsnips? Yeah. And do you know what I noticed here on the way, Jamie? These are wild oats, presumably.
Wild oats, yeah. Yes, here, Margaret, down at the other end of the garden.
Yeah.
I had oats for feeding the hares, you know.
Oh yes, yeah.
I grew it, and these are ones that just blew out now, you know.
Yeah, they're lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely, yeah. So you've got what? You've got 2 lines of parsnips.
3 lines, Margaret.
We go down. The sun is. We'll need to go down. Oh, okay. They're there. Sorry.
Yeah, we're going down so.
Yeah. Just the light is now, am I looking at the right? Sorry, here now.
These are the parsnips
here now.
There's 3 rows there, Margaret.
3 rows of parsnips. Yeah.
One in the outside, one in the middle, and one there.
Yeah.
And they're really good.
Yeah. Are they easy to grow, Sherry?
No.
No.
Several years they're best to be now. I only get a few here and there, but this is the best year I ever got.
But
They're really, really
the
good.
leaf is much stronger than the carrots, isn't it? I
Yeah,
didn't know that about parsnip.
They'll be beautiful now, and
Yeah.
they'll be a real good crop, you know. They're starting to come, you know.
Yeah.
They're-
I know that a gardener told me one time that when he's putting down the parsnip seed, that because it is hard to differentiate between the parsnip and the weeds when they come up, that what he used to do was he used to put the seed into little, he used to put little kind of black compost in where he'd be putting the seed, and he'd know then the difference between them. Yeah, they're fine big leaves. I didn't realise the leaves of parsnips.
Oh, they're very good. They're real good
so high,
parsnips now. They're the best I ever had.
Yeah. And you just bought those seed again, did you? From
Just a packet of seeds. Just one packet there now did all that.
and where would you source your seed from then if you were?
I get them at the local store. But that's an awful problem because they're very, very expensive. They're not running down the store at all, because they have to charge. But I was telling you there a minute ago about the Polish man that gave me when I got the spuds, but the Polish man brought me seeds from Poland.
Yeah.
I'm giving $4.50 for the packet of seeds, and he bought them from 20 cents in Poland.
And I think Brexit doesn't help either, because a lot of our seed is sourced in the UK, and I think Brexit is putting another complication on it. My God, that's a huge price difference. Like.
An awful.
Yeah.
And this is another drill of carrots here then.
Yeah.
And,
lovely, healthy looking plants. Yeah.
And then I have the onions.
And you have a gorgeous bed of onions. Just look at those onions. Yeah.
The onions now are coming great. They're fairly big now.
Lovely.
You know.
Lovely. Yeah.
You know, they're good.
Yeah. And were they grown from onion sets? Is that what you call them?
Sets, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd have shallots and you have sets.
Yeah.
Shallots, you have 4 or 5 onions coming out, and they're small.
Kind of like a garlic clove.
Yeah, but they're a nicer taste to them.
Were they? Yeah. And would onions need much fertiliser now, Shane?
No.
Yeah.
I think even you would give them too much, you know.
Yeah.
They don't need it as rich as other things, you know.
Yeah. And about what time then would you harvest these? You just kind of dig them up and let them dry out on top, do you? Let them dry
pull
out.
Pull them and let them dry,
them,
you know.
Yeah.
But depending on how they're growing, I'll pull them, you know.
Yeah. And I
if
think
they're this wither off then, you know, if they're dry they'll dry down, you know.
Yeah.
But if they were left growing now, they come to that size, you know. If they stayed healthy.
How far apart would you put the sets, Shimmy?
Well, 6 inches, Mara.
6 inches, And the rows then are about 6 inches apart as well, are they?
Exactly, yeah.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
A beautiful bed of onions, absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
One of the nicest things in the garden is the beetroot.
Oh yeah, where have you got, Shimmy?
I showed you down here now because you can do so many things with it.
Yeah. You've got rhubarb here.
Rhubarb here then.
Sorry, I should, Tassie, take me out of the picture. Keep it there, and you'll see my notes and everything.
Look, Tassie,
I'd say to think I couldn't ask you a question. You'll edit all this now, Tassie. Look at the rhubarb. It's beautiful, Shami.
Lovely rhubarb, yeah.
It's beautiful. Did I read somewhere that rhubarb like lots of water? Does it?
It does. It gives it water, Mara.
Yeah, and you've got the most gorgeous strawberries here.
That's too bad, Mara. Not bad.
Big bullets of strawberries. Yeah. They're very good to whiten teeth, you know, strawberries.
Are they?
Yeah, seriously, yeah.
And down here then I have, this is nearly my favourite.
Yeah.
Here then is the
this is chard, is it? No, it's beetroot, is it?
Beetroot, Mara.
Beetroot.
Look.
Tell us about beetroot.
This is the size of the beetroot now.
Yeah.
Well, Joan makes, that's a little bit bigger now, very small bit bigger.
Yeah.
She'll take it in now and she'll boil it.
Yeah.
And she'll chop it all and put into vinegar and sugar.
Oh yes,
into
and
jars.
preserve it.
Yeah. And you'll have it for the whole year long.
I'm told that there's a completely different taste from
Completely. I'll give you
Than
she
the
made
shop
some last
bought.
week now and I'll give you some going home now. It's beautiful.
it. Lovely, lovely,
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
much nicer than the stuff you buy, you know.
Yeah. And is that easy to grow, Shami? You'll find bed of it.
It's no bother. No bother to grow at all.
Yeah. Again, is that in rows there? I can't rightly.
There's 3 rows there now, man. Across.
Yeah.
You know, about 9 inches apart.
9
But they're
inches
getting
apart.
big now, look.
Yeah.
You see the size of them there?
Yeah.
You want to be using them now when they're that size.
Yeah.
Any bigger now and they go too strong.
Oh yes, yeah.
So they'll have to be pulled now straight away and used.
Yeah. And I thought at first glance this was cabbage, but it's not. Of course, it's broccoli, isn't it?
This is
Is it
Mara.
broccoli or is it cauliflower?
That's what you call it for the Christmas. You know, the smart fellas.
Broccoli, isn't it?
No.
What do you call them?
Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts, sorry.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
Look, they're all coming there now, the Brussels sprouts. See them there be under the leaf. You see them all coming there. They're all the Brussels sprouts. But there's great cabbage now, Margaret. That's right good cabbage. I don't know
the cabbage.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
The first time I saw
It's
that
like
cabbage,
the hispy, is it, Jimmy?
I'm not sure. I'll have to find out the name of it, Margaret. But the first time I got that, I got it from a lady. She's from Lithuania.
Oh, Daiva.
Yeah, Daiva. She brought the plants with
Lovely,
her.
lovely.
But that'll come up like that. This is
Is
great
that right?
cabbage. Yeah, really good cabbage.
Yeah.
But I've
And the broccoli, traditionally, I don't recall it being grown, and it's easy to grow, Shemmy, is
broccoli's
it?
no bother hard grow. No bother.
Right.
No bother.
The Brussels
The
sprouts,
Brussels
I mean.
sprouts are simple. Yeah, they're simple. Yeah.
Yeah, very good, yeah.
Yeah.
And you've more onions here
onions, yeah,
then,
then, yeah. So
And what I loved up here, and I know it's something that's bolted, was this leeks you had that bolted.
yeah, leeks that they were there since last year. You know.
That's a beautiful piece of sculpture there in the garden.
Yeah, well, I let everything, Margaret, go into seed, you see, for the bees. You see all the plants, all the flowers.
Yeah, of course.
You see, I all the time, I let everything go into seed.
And that's great.
And I grow flowers down below at the bottom, you see, for the bees as well, you know, sweet rhythms and wildflowers and all that, you know.
Yeah. About how much time did you say you put in now, say when the garden is in full
Well, I say,
full
Margaret,
bloom?
if you did give every second evening, give a half an hour weeding and all that,
Half an hour
you know.
weeding to keep it under control.
You would. You keep it
And
under.
listen, is this charred here? Is it?
Margaret, that's a kind of a lettuce.
Oh, is it?
They use it as a lettuce when the leaves are small in it. You know, but it's not too big now, you know.
Yeah.
You see now, look, those little curly leaves, they use them, you know,
Oh yeah,
for a
very
lettuce.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think these are gorgeous.
Yeah.
And
As I say,
we see now. So you reckon, like the garden, like why bother with gardening, like when you can go into the shop and get your carrots for 49 cents a pack? Why bother?
You won't get any. You won't get
Anything
that in
like-
the shop.
Yeah.
It's grown from natural ground and from organic manure,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And as well as these as well, you'll get them all, but they're all mass produced.
Mass produced
You know.
and loads of sprays and
Sprays
God
and
knows
everything.
what on them. Yeah.
That lettuce there now, Margaret, look there.
Yeah.
There's not one bit of Bessie's not there, but there's not one bit of spray on that lettuce. None whatsoever.
Yeah.
Well, and if you buy a lettuce inside in the shop, it'll be sprayed 20 times.
Yeah,
you know.
So
There's no spray whatsoever in this garden.
it's the crops. It's physically good for your body, for your own health. There's health benefits out of it.
Oh, big time.
As
big
well
time,
as like the relaxation and the pleasure of seeing things grow.
There's fierce health benefits.
Yeah.
But it's not a matter to me now I'm getting old, but for children coming on, I think they should really learn how to do gardening.
How to
you know.
grow. How
I
to
love
grow
the grandchildren coming now and pulling their own, pulling everything, you know, and putting them down. When they came this year now, they put in all the peas, you know, the pods, and they put down the seeds for the carrots and things, you know.
Yeah.
And it's great for them.
It's a great.